What up, peeps? Welcome back to the flip side. So, now we are starting the Mega Man reviews for the Game Boy series 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And some of them I like, some of them I don't. We're gonna get into that right away here. So, welcome to Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge. That's what it's called, but it doesn't show that on the fucking title screen. So, starting off, right, we have a title and we have music, unlike the first original Mega Man game. So, that's a step above the first one, but it's going to get so much worse from here. Alright. Probably there are only a couple tracks in this game that I like, which is the title screen and a Lekman stage. That's it. Everything else sucks. Now, starting off, you only have 4 Robot Masters, and that's understandable because it's a smaller game. Right? Are you kidding me? Alright, we're back. But anyway, what was I saying? It's understandable because, it's a smaller game, but we never see Bomb Man or Guts Man in the Game Boy series, which, I don't know, that's kind of sad. So, we already went over the music. It's subpar at best. This is the best track in the game. I actually like this version better than the NES version of Lekman's theme. So let's get into, the character design. I mean, it's okay. It's the regular Robot Masters, but in freaking Game Boy form. Same thing with all the other characters. They're just in Game Boy form. They look exactly the same almost. Alright, and so let's go over the stages. The stages are mostly abysmal. Alright, especially Cutman stage. Cutman stage is the worst level in the entire game. Alright, and the reason why is because there's just a lot of troll stuff. Like, there are these spinning enemies that just take forever to kill, and they do a bunch of damage. And there's also just weird enemies that they don't feel natural. Like, they just don't feel like a natural part of the game. There's also, moving on from Cutman stage, there's also just parts where you have to know beforehand, otherwise you're just gonna get fucked. Right? Like, there's some parts where, number one, these Yoku blocks, the disappearing blocks, sometimes you have to jump directly up, or else you're just going to fall into the pit, because the one you're standing on is going to go away, and you're going to die. So you have to know that beforehand. And there's also parts where you have to know where the spike pit is on the next screen below. Like, for instance, you're falling and you wouldn't know where the hell the fucking spike pit is, and so you reach the next screen, boom, you're dead. You hit a spike pit. Like, this is the kind of shit that makes games unbearable. It's this kind of stuff. And when you get to the Robot Masters, if you don't have their weakness, or if you do not know what you're doing, they will beat the absolute shit out of you. It's brutal. Cutman, Iceman, Fireman, and Lekman. All of them. They're all brutal. Alright? And these little electric traps from the original game, they're harder to dodge. And, it just is what it is. Everything's harder to dodge because everything's bigger and the screen is smaller. And this is the worst version of the Mega Man games on the Game Boy. So everything is just going to be dog shit. So when you get to... actually, before we move on, let's talk about the weapons. Now, that is probably one of the only 3 things that I like about this game, which is the weapons. The weapons are really good. They're really strong. And they're fun to use. Alright? Fireman's weapon is really good. Cutman, most of all of them. Alright? Probably the only weapon that I don't really like using is Flashman's weapon and Heatman's weapon. That's about it. We've been over these. Cutman's weapon is mostly the same. It's just stronger. So is Elecman's. Fireman's is really good. The shield actually does something this time. In the original game, it really didn't really do a lot. It kind of glitched in and out. The ice weapon does its job correctly. It freezes enemies in the air. And so, Flashman's weapon, it literally only lasts like 5 seconds. And then that's it. Quickman's weapon, you know, it's the quick boomerangs. They're okay. The bubble lead is actually a vast improvement, surprisingly, from the original Mega Man 2 game. Does a ton of damage, and it scales the walls and the floors. Heatman's weapon, you can charge it, but you can't get hit, or else you have to charge it again. And it takes weapon energy when you're trying to charge it. Oh yeah, so a few new things that this game decided to do was some new stage mechanics. There are these melting ice blocks that you have to stand on in order for them to disappear. And there's also these glaciers that fall from the ceiling in Iceman stage that create platforms so you can get through pits. There are blocks that you can destroy with Heatman's fully charged weapon. That's really it. There's stuff from Mega Man 1 and 2 in the stages. That's really about it for all the new stuff. Once again, there's no E-tanks, but you can get lives, so that's cool. You can't slide, you can't charge your Mega Buster, and that's okay, because this is only Mega Man 1. So, once we get past the first, oh my god. Well, number 1, we have... Are you kidding me? Go away! So, something that we don't have in the original Mega Man 1 is cutscenes. As you see, there was Dr. Wily's capsule, and here is the Wily Castle jingle with Mega Man going in and out, and there's the Wily Castle. It's a pretty good design. But once again, the stage is just abysmal. And there's this new weapon. You saw that little platform. It's called Carry. That's a weird name for it. But you just jump up in the air and you shoot it, and it creates a platform under you. But it's really weird because you can't pause the game. You can't select any new weapons. You have to wait for the energy to be used up before you can select another one. And if you want to select another one, you have to jump at a pixel perfect moment before you just fall. So it's kind of weird. This part is literally abysmal. This is worse than Metal Man's. Okay, it takes about 2 minutes to get through this. This is just torturous, in my opinion. They just keep spawning in. It's so frustrating. And here's the spike pits. Watch. Watch. You don't know that's there. You have to know. Like, you have to know where the fuck the spike pits are if you want to get through this. And you have to be like way far away from the spikes, or else if you're even remotely close to the spikes, you'll die. So moving on from Dr. Wily's castle, or I guess we can talk about the next set of Robot Masters, and this weird stupid part. So we have the Robot Master rematch section, and you think, okay, we're gonna go fight Cutman in the original 4. Nope, we have 4 Robot Masters from Mega Man 2. No stages, just boss fights. If you don't have their weaknesses, they absolutely obliterate you. They're much harder to deal with than in the original Mega Man 2. Ugh. And then, you know, you heal, and then you get their weapon. You have to sit through the jingle, and then you have to go through the teleporter, then you have to deal with this 4 times in a row. You don't get healed all the way, you're just back to where you were with the health that you got, and you have to deal with that. Look just how abysmal the flash stopper is in this game. Atrocious. Atrocious. If you don't know how to deal with Quickman, you're gonna get destroyed. Alright? Luckily, he's a bit easier than the original Mega Man 2. But they're still brutal. They're still really hard. Like, so, moving on, right? You have to... And this is so weird. Why do we need to see the insides of Mega Man's robotic body? Why do we need this? Right? And so you're getting all these new weapons, right? And you're only going to like 1 level after this, so you really don't get to use these weapons a lot. You have 1 stage that drags on, and then you get to the final boss. This is just dog shit. Let's get through this. So when we're done, here is the new sort of thing that the Game Boy games do. They're called the Mega Man Killers, and this guy, his name's Anchor. He's the first one. He's got like a sword that absorbs damage that you do to him, and he just reflects the damage back at you. This guy's really hard. Like, he's the hardest boss in the entire damn game. Like, he's brutal. Like, he looks easy, but I have a feeling that this guy knows what he's doing, and he knows exactly how to deal with Anchor. He doesn't have a strict pattern. I mean, we know he does the sword thing, but you never know if he's just gonna dash or if he's just gonna jump, like, all over the place. He's really hard. And he gives you this weapon. It's called the Mirror Buster. And look, Wily's castle doesn't blow up this time. Here's the new thing that the Game Boy games do. Like, after you deal with Dr. Wily's castle, you go to a new place. You go to his little space stations that he builds. And this is cool, right? Oh my god. Perfect timing, I paused that, right? So anyway, like, this is cool to look at, but it's literally just only 1 stage. Like, I don't understand why we could have had 4 more stages with the Mega Man 2 Robot Masters. You know, I think that would have been cool. But, you know, this was a new thing. I don't think they knew exactly what the hell they were doing with this damn game. So, it just is what it is. Now, Anchor's weapon, the Mirror Buster, it's basically a reflector. That's it. You just hold it up for as long as you want, and you just reflect projectiles until it's all out of weapon energy. So, let's get to the final boss. Oh, I want you to see this absolutely horrible Yoku block section. So check this out, right? And I like the backgrounds, like in this stage. You get to see all the stars and stuff. You have to know this is gonna happen, that the block is gonna spawn above you, or you can't jump onto it when it spawns above you. You're fucked. You're completely dead. This is horrible game design. Like, it literally takes away from the enjoyment of the game. What a crock of shit. Like, I guess your only saving grace is the carry weapon. Like, that's it. Alright, so let's get to the final... one thing I do want to say is that the music for the Wily levels, they get remixed as Anchor's theme for Mega Man 10 DLC. So, we're at the final part, right? You get an extra life. This guy never died. He got 7 lives. This guy's an expert. I died multiple times. So this is it. Like, this is a pitiful attempt at a Wily machine. Okay, he dies. He died finally. It's these little spinny weapons I can't stand. They're literally the worst. Probably top 3 worst things about this game is these little wheel things. They're almost just too much trouble to take out with the Mega Buster themselves. Like, the best strategy for this is to just sit there, take damage, spam Firestorm. I mean, what a strategy, huh? For a shit game like this. And so this is all you do. You just watch for this little laser and watch out for the claw, and you just do this. Like, this is so underwhelming. Like, this is a final boss. I mean, granted, they get better in the sequels, but this is just boring. Like, this, I'd rather go fight the fucking robot masters again than do this. This is all you do. This is trash. This is trash. We should have just had an Anchor rematch. That would have been cool. And that's the end of the game. So we have a credit sequence. You know, we have some music. We got some stars. And you get to see all of the just annoying robots we had to deal with. At least you get to see the robot masters, right? So let's get through all this, right? There's Cutman. You get to see them all, right? There was Elecman. Here's Iceman. Fireman. Here's Bubbleman, right? Heatman. Quickman. There, and then there's Flashman. And then there's Anchor. Like, oh, thanks for telling us who he is. Not like it mattered anyway. There was no build-up. Like, he was just another boss. Like, he's not cool. He has no swag. He's just a boss that you kill. There's nothing cool about him. I guess he's got a cool design, but that's about it. This is how it goes for the majority, or I would say half of the Mega Man killers. But this is nice. This is nice. This is a much better ending than you get from Mega Man 1. But it doesn't make up for all the shit. Alright, let's get to the tier list. Okay? I'm guessing this is going to be Mega Man World 5. Alright. Mega Man World 1. Rockman World 1. Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge. It goes by many names, but it only has so many good things about it. This is where it goes. It goes in D tier. For all of the new things they try, this is what Capcom does. They try new things, it fucking fails, and they're forced to improve them or leave some of the stuff that failed behind. This game is probably the worst case of Capcom's missed potential with Mega Man ever. The music is it's less than mid. It's subpar. The gameplay is abysmal. The enemies are freaking boring and just annoying. I mean, the art direction, it's okay. I mean, we have more stuff than we did for Mega Man 1 in C tier here. The weapons, the only good thing about this game is the weapons, the cutscenes, and that's it. Everything else about it is just bleh. Alright? So, as we move through these Mega Man World reviews, you're going to see improvements after improvements from the first one. Which, that's kind of how it goes for the originals. Alright? Mega Man 1 was worse, and then it got better from there until we hit Mega Man 5. Now we're back to shit. So, yeah, that's my complete, honest, brutal review of Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, otherwise known as Mega Man World 1. Or just Mega Man World. Because that's what they're called in English. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. And with all that said, I will see you all next time back on the flip side. Peace out.